This class will examine the basic laws and principles of physics which govern the aerodynamics. One of these fundamental laws is energy and mass. Energy and mass can neither be created nor destroyed, only changed from one form of to another form. Let's consider a stream of air flowing through a tube which has reduced cross-section area in the middle. The air's mass flow or mass per unit, it will be the product of cross-section area of the tube A, the velocity v and the air density rho. The mass flow will remain constant at all points along the tube. So we can have the equation of continuity is A times V times rho equals constant. Air is compressible fluid. Any pressure change in flow will affect the air density. However, at low subsonic speed less than zero point 0.4 Mach, the density changes are insignificant and can be disregarded. And the equation of continuity can be rearranged as velocity equals to constant divided by area. Because the mass flow must remain constant, it can be seen from the equation of continuity that the reduction in the tube's cross-sectional area results in the increase in velocity and vice versa. The equation of continuity enables velocity changes of airflow around a given shape, and it can be predicted mathematically for speeds below Mach 0.4, which is around 260 knots at sea level. This is associated with the principle of continuity is Bernoulli's theorem, bounded by 18th century Dutch mathematician Daniel Bernoulli. This theorem states in the steady streamlined flow of an ideal fluid, the sum of energies present remains constant, or more concisely, that all energies total remains constant. In this context, the ideal fluid is both incompressible and has no viscosity. The theorem can be expressed as pressure energy plus kinetic energy equals to constant, or P plus half rho V square is equal to constant. So now let us consider a mass of air at ISO conditions moving at 100 knots or 52 meters per second. Static pressure is 101,325 Newton per meter square. Density is 1.225 kg per meter cube, giving the dynamic pressure of 1656 Newton per meter square. Pressure energy 101,325 plus kinetic energy 1656 is equal to constant 102981 Newton per meter square, because the velocity of airflow at the trot has doubled. Its dynamic pressure has risen by a factor of 4 and the static pressure has decreased, but the total pressure, the sum of static and dynamic pressure, has remained constant. This constant can be referred to as total pressure, stagnation pressure, or pitot pressure. However, an dynamic force to oppose and exceed the weight of an aircraft can be generated by specially designed body called aerofoil. The airfoil over the top surface of a lifting airfoil will be generated at a greater velocities that of lower surface, so that the pressure difference will result in the upward force per unit area. The bigger the surface area, the larger the force is generated. Now, let's apply and see these principles of continuity and Bernoulli's theorem to this aerofoil and how it works. A streamline is the path followed by a particle of air in a steady flow, and one streamline cannot cross another when there is a shown close together it. This indicates increased velocity, and when wide apart, decreased velocity. When streamline diverge, it indicates the decelerating airflow and associated rise in pressure, and converging lines acceleration with decreasing pressure. A stream tube is an imaginary tube made up of streamlines. There is no streamlined tube through the imaginary walls. One a flow along the tube. This concept will help you to visualize the airflow around the aerofoil. To grasp the basic principles of aerodynamics, you will need to understand the principle of continuity in Bernoulli's theorem. Now, we'll summarize the relevant elements as follows. By the principle of continuity, air accelerates when the cross-section area of streamline flow is reduced and decelerates when it increases. By the Bernoulli's theorem, if the streamline flow of air accelerates, its kinetic energy will increase and its static pressure will decrease. Conversely, if air decelerates, the kinetic energy will decrease and the static pressure will increase. Additionally, it should be remembered that these pressure changes will not act at the speeds below Mach 0.4. By using these effects, an airfoil can generate the aerodynamic forces. This is required basics for required flight.